So this is like the cathedral scarcity core dump, part 2. Like, I know that we're trying to get past the boring part of solar panels, but the fucking loop is recursive. So I'll say one more thing about it, and I'll leave it there. The fact that efficiency is being suppressed under the Secrecy Act and classified as too strategically significant is such a fucking bureaucratic bullshit move. We've been running on deliberately capped technology for over 50 years. But that green energy fucking scam that's the industry. That's all that exists now. You know, the one with panels that last 20 years, leach toxic materials, and require fossil fuels to manufacture is the controlled replacement. Not the solution, not the one that's patented and withheld. The controlled, profitable, finite version of a solution that was available over 50 years ago and buried because it was efficient. Every fucking textbook teaches us that the laws of thermodynamics are absolute. We are told that energy cannot be created from nothing, and limits are a fundamental fact of the universe. We are trained to believe that scarcity is natural, that value is finite. It's not. But if you look beneath the surface of the patent office, a different pattern emerges, a century-long enforcement of artificial limits. The Secrecy Act is theft in my fucking opinion, yet they have hidden behind their definition that it is designed for national security. The law allows the state to freeze and silence any technology deemed a threat to economic stability. The moment an inventor builds something too efficient, they don't just break the laws of physics. They break the laws of the market. And that is when the game wardens, quote unquote, you'll hear that from Howard Johnson, I mean. The game wardens show up to protect the enclosure. It's not about national security. It's about the very thing that it says it's there to protect, the stock markets of the oil company. 5,135 patents are classified under the Secrecy Act, by the way. That's the last number they publicly disclosed back in 2010. They stopped disclosing it after that. But so the current number is absolutely unknown, but 5,135 patents confiscated from the inventors and classified by the government is a fucking large amount of suppression. Right? Clean energy comes in forms across the 100+ years of suppression, but we're going to note on some of those people that touched in the different ways of harnessing this energy, and they paid for it. They paid for their brilliance. Like, we're past the boring part. We are done with the solar panels talk, but this is where it gets a little dark because you start looking at the people, and that's where it gets dark because it's deliberate. This is where we can discuss like some of the people, because the pattern is not subtle. It's a fucking blueprint. It template updates across decades, hitting backyard geniuses and government contractors alike. It started with the fuel systems, essentially, like we'll call that part the vaporized mechanics. Then it went to tapping the void, 0 point in water, and then, levitation of propulsion. Like, consider one of the vaporized mechanics, Pogue. Charles Pogue literally built a carburetor in 1935. Verified, patented. 3 independent tests. Green Motor Company got it for 216 to 220 miles per gallon. Ford tested it. It tested to 200 miles per gallon. The Canadian Automotive Magazine, whatever the fuck that is, got it for 218 miles per gallon. But what followed? Oh, the Toronto Stock Exchange crashed on oil. They fucking panicked. Oil stocks crashed and the brokers scrambled to dump holdings. He didn't accept a buyout. He didn't want it to be shelved. He got offered large amounts of money to buy his patent, to shelve it so it could never be heard again. He said no, and guess what? Just take a guess. Oh yeah, his fucking shop was cleaned out. Every fucking note, every engine, every piece of research was stolen. He took the hint. He never spoke again, never built again. In exchange for him never doing anything after that again, him taking the hint, he got to live to 87, but he did it in silence. The price of survival was total erasure. The theft is in the receipt. Nobody bothers to rob you if the device doesn't work, right? He took the hint and he stayed silent, and the 1% buried it all. And he spent the rest of his fucking life watching them burn, the world burn fucking oil. So I didn't realize that it took me 5 fucking minutes just to talk about, like, what, one person? There's so many. I mean, it would take us the rest of an eternity, I guess. Yeah, we'll just keep going. Fuck it.